Hey, how you doing? Adam here. The date is 3/26/2017, second night in a row. Um yeah, so went for a run today with Nick. It was goddamn brutal. We kept going up these it was just I didn't expect it to be quite as hilly because he came over like a couple days ago, I guess. I forget when it was. And he said, "Do you want to go running this weekend?" And I said, "Sure." Thinking, because I go on 4 mile runs every day through these like massive hills. So I didn't expect it to tire me out. I was thinking, this ain't going to be that bad. And we get there, and it didn't start out too bad. It seemed mostly flat for the most part. But then the hills started, and the first couple didn't seem that bad because I was still doing my strategy of like going up them fast and then, like being slow on the downhill. But there was just so many goddamn hills and, they just kept happening. Like it's just one hill after another and they were all steep. I don't think they were quite as steep as the one, the crazy hill that I go up. I think still that's the steepest one. And I go up that 4 times, but I think it was more the fact that I didn't know what was coming next. Like I didn't know what hills were, because on my run I know, I'm familiar with it. I've done like probably hundreds of times at this point. And so I know what's coming next. But this was just fucking brutal. Yeah, at one point it was like I was running up a hill and my legs were like, "No, don't do this anymore." Like I felt like that quivering muscle failure sort of thing started to happen, but I pressed on. And I think I'll be better at it next time, but I got to train a little more harder this week to get my pace up because Nick's pace is a little faster than mine. So I got to work up some better pace to catch up with him, so I'm not like lagging behind. Yeah, but other than that, I was just listening upstairs to a couple of the songs that I'm recording. I keep going back and forth on it. It's like, at some point I feel like, oh, this is great, and then other points I'm like, this is so fucking terrible. And there's really no way to like gauge how I'm doing right now. And the only real criticism I have is just of my of course I'm my harshest critic. So, if I can get through myself, then, it's got to be at least somewhat okay. But, I'm only 1 point of reference, so, what you can't get 1 point on a grid, meaningless. It has no value. 1 point on like a grid. You need another point for a frame of reference. So, well, I mean, I have other points because I remember once, I don't know why I'm saying once there. There was no reason to say the word once. In the summertime, I posted my album Sharp Exposure to Craigslist, and I was like, oh, excuse me. I was like, can somebody tell me what they I said, just give me your flat out honest opinion of it. And I said the words, "Be mean if you think I need to hear it." Like I was doing it completely and honestly, because I wanted people's honest opinions. And there were a lot that said that it was interesting. They said that it wasn't quite their taste or whatever, but they said that they could see that it was good. A couple people said that it was like something different, which I don't even feel like it was that much of a different thing, because it was really a no frills recording. There wasn't like anything special going on. It was just mostly guitars and bass and vocals and shit. But somebody said it was something different. That was their quote something different. And they said they would have been interested in like being in a band or whatever. But then there was a couple other people that were like, one guy said the vocals didn't sound too fantastic, which I took that to heart, and I've been working on my singing ever since then. Another one said that it sounded amateurish. which is fine. Probably did. I blame that mostly on myself, though, because I know I'm capable of better than that album. And, I threw that album together really quickly because I thought Jim was moving back, so, I wanted to write these songs that, like, we could play. It was more of like a album that I wanted to perform live more than anything. And this isn't that, so I don't think I'm going to make that. That's the mistake I made with that last one. That I'm not making with this one. But it's just, it's like, it feels like, is any of this going to work out? It's just, sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's going to fucking work out. I said fucking weird there. I don't know why I said it so weird there. Sometimes I just say things weird and I'm talking now like, the guy in, what's his name? Fucking Richard Dreyfuss. I'm talking now like Richard Dreyfuss when he was being interviewed by Good Morning America. When he was really tense on TV. He's like, you got the book, and it's called Baby Steps, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. But then Bill Murray, Peter Venkman is a scumbag. I was on the Anthony Cumia show I was listening to on the way home with Nick. But then Bill Murray starts talking all like, cool, and, takes the spotlight away from Richard Dreyfuss. What a great movie. They don't make movies like that anymore. It makes such a shame. So upstairs again earlier, I was afraid about being over 30, because, I feel like my looks are going to start deteriorating soon. So, I don't think it's going to start like, I feel like I still have a 5-year window of, like half decent, not non-aged, still youthful look. But, I feel like after 35, it's going to, there's no more shot at the, youthful look. But, we'll see. I only say that because, I've taken remarkably good care of myself. I mean, aside from smoking, which I quit like a year ago at this point now. Aside from that, I've taken remarkably good care of myself. I exercise regularly. I drink soda and shit sparingly. I don't want to talk. This is boring, non-interesting topics. So tomorrow I'm going to come down here. I want to write the rest of the lyrics for the song that I'm recording now, so I can record the vocals. I want to try to get that done tonight. And then, come down here and record tomorrow. I just listed this thing on eBay. Because I just went over to the thrift store today, got a bunch of stuff, to list more on eBay. And I listed this thing called the fucking Lazy Forever Snuggie. It's it's like one of those Snuggie things that you put on, that you like wear like to be lazy or whatever. I listed it for $10, but apparently it's worth like $50. So I relisted it for $30 because I got an offer from somebody who was just being way too greedy, and he was asking me for $5 for it. And I even made a counter offer before I checked his channel. I said, just give me $7.50. Then I checked his eBay page, and he was selling one for $50 fucking dollars. And I was like, fuck that. Thank God he was greedy and made another counter offer and didn't just take the $7.50 and run. And I declined him, and I was like, I didn't realize it was this valuable. So declined the offer, relisted it for $30. Or the best offer, because I paid $2 for it at the thrift store. So if I make even if I sold it for $7.50, I would have made a profit. But I want to sell it for $30 and make a gigantic profit. It was having earlier over the 30 fears, and feeling like I have a very small window of opportunity to make the music thing happen. I still feel like there's a chance. But I gotta fucking move. You gotta fucking haul ass here. But I feel like I am kind of hauling ass. I've been writing this album for like a year now. It's gonna be the perfect blend of having worked on it for a long time and also, getting it done. You can work on something forever and you just never get it done. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes that other people make, which is, just putting it online and then expecting it to work. I know what I need to do this time is to, reach out to people and, get people to like it. Okay, 10 minutes. I'm done. Goodbye.